Flow Business has your back with our digital live event, InKnowvation Small Business Fridays. 4 Fridays in October, 4 amazing speakers. 4 hands-on workshops hosted by Caribbean business leaders to help take you to the next level. And if you pitched your business, our judges will be announcing winners on October 29th. May the best pitch win.
Good morning, entrepreneurs. To our customers and friends joining from across Jamaica and the rest of the Caribbean, welcome to today's innovation session. We have a full house this morning, and I know more persons are still joining. If you have a friend who you think can benefit from this session, it's not too late. Send them the link right now to register and join. At Flow Business, we're committed to empowering and enabling you or small business owners to help you grow your business in this digital age. Each week we've been having these sessions featuring a speaker from one of our markets in the Caribbean. We took this approach because your marketplace is global. In this digital age, your customers are worldwide. And so it was important for us to ensure that this series allowed for the sharing of best practices and advice beyond our Jamaican experience. We've already heard of the experiences in Barbados and Trinidad, and today we'll hear from Jamaica's very own Grace Spice Hamilton, the businesswoman. You'll hear more about Grace shortly, but I encourage you to ask questions and share your thoughts. We'll also have some concurrent workshops, so feel free to join the one that interests you most. Thanks again for joining, and have a great session.
You know, the internet it's a mixture. It's how you use it. You take it, use it as a tool, and you use it to your advantage.
The most current and probably biggest challenge facing any business, but with high consequences for SMEs, is bottlenecks in the global supply chain.
Well, the main challenges, there were a few, like loss of income, having to totally shut down, relocate, because I was presently in Port of Spain, Trinidad, and I had to relocate to the east. Loss of clients, I have to scale down the business and stuff like that and work on my own. So that was really challenging at that point in time, and it was very sudden, so it was a lot of adapting. So those were the challenging things.
So WePay is giving you the opportunity of accepting credit and debit card payments literally at your fingertips.
Google searches are the most important data set ever collected on the human psyche.
Definitely. In this day and age, it is 100% expected that organizations would have some kind of web presence.
We all know e-commerce is challenging, right? But it's daunting because of the unknowns for a startup or for a small business.
Building her brand and empire while dominating in the male-centric entertainment industry. So she will, take us through her journey. She will take us through her journey, what she has learned along the way, and of course, tips for your business's success. You will also have a chance to interact with Spice. I should tell you that, right? So you can type your questions for her in the chat, or we have a very, very special video feature where you can see, you can actually share, your questions through our video feature, and she will be able to see exactly who is asking the questions. I know that a lot of you want to show your faces, you want to introduce yourself to Spice, So all you have to do is scroll to the bottom, right? Scroll to the bottom of your screen, and you will see a tab that says ask a video question, and you'll be able to interact with Spice and ask the question, all right? So don't miss an opportunity to engage with this amazing woman who is proudly being brought to you by Flow Business. It's going to be exciting, it's going to be great, and it's something that you do not want to miss. Now, after our keynote speaker, we'll be moving into our breakout workshops led by 4 subject matter experts to equip you with the knowledge you need to thrive, right? But I'll give you more details about that a little bit later on. So, I think we're ready to kick things off, but guess what? I want to start with you, okay? I know that you guys logged on early. I know that I've been seeing the chat going crazy, and you know who our guest is today, but does she understand the depth and breadth of her reach, right? So what I want you to do, I want you to head on over to the chat. I want to see where you're from. I want you to type in names. I want to see those flags. Yes, I want to see where you're from. If you have some emojis, drop on those emojis on the screen right now, because I want to shout you out. We're going to get some excitement going. It's going to be a fantastic event, and we're going to have lots of fun with insightful information. All right? So let's go. I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds. Yes, 30 seconds to shout out as many of you as I can in the chat right now. Let me see those names. Let me see where you're from. Let me see, yes, what you have to say about this exciting event. All right, let me see. Where are we from? Where are we from today? I see Jodian from Jamaica. I see Renee. I see Akeem Calendar from Barbados. Okay, let's see. Who else is in here? I see Christopher Lacan from Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, Trinidad is in the house. Trinidad is in the house. Okay, let me see who else is here. Who else is right here? I see Marshallie Guthrie. Hi, Marshallie. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. All right, let's see. I see Solange from Trinidad. Solange. I see Cassandra Bascom all the way from Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, let me see. I'm going to keep it going. We're keeping it going. We're keeping it going. Let me see if I have any more shout outs before I get things started. Andrew Lloyd from Monique St. Anne, Jamaica as well. Andrew, big up yourself. We're going to have fun today. You're gonna receive some wonderful tips. Okay. Daniel Gibson, are you here with us? Okay. Let's see who else. Ashanta Carr from Jamaica. Hi, Ashanta. Welcome. All right. Probably about one or two more. Okay. I see Wendy. Good morning, Wendy. She's right here with us in Jamaica as well. All right. So we're going to have lots of information. We're going to have some fun as well. But you'll be learning quite a bit. That was so exciting, guys. I tried to shout out as many of you as I could, but boy, your fingers were very quick. So before we get into our feature presentation, though, let's take a look at a brand new product from Flow Business that will have you reaching your customers with a click of a button to promote your business. Check out this video.
With Flow Business, you get more than reliable business connectivity. We give you the smart solutions you need to reinvent your business and thrive, so you can come back stronger and more connected than ever before. Our eMarketing Pro solution gives you expert digital marketing capability that's quick and easy to use, meaning you can promote your business to a whole new audience online and grow your sales with new and returning customers. Let's take a look at Gabrielle's business. Gabrielle is a young entrepreneur who opened a clothing store. She's looking to grow her customer base and increase sales. Luckily for Gabrielle, she has super fast internet and eMarketing Pro from Flow Business. With this new smart solution, she can supercharge her business results with expert digital marketing support. Let's see how we can help. Our team of experts will not only assist her in creating the social media accounts relevant for her industry and the audience she's trying to reach, like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, we'll also give her business and online identity, creating a logo along with any images and text she might need. Once Gabrielle has her social media accounts ready, our community managers will guide her on the best formats and content to reach her objectives, and we'll help her create her posts or ads if she needs it. In just a few months, Gabrielle's followers are through the roof, and she's already made sales from customers who found her through social media. With eMarketing Pro, Gabrielle can create beautiful email campaigns in a few simple steps with an easy-to-use editor that doesn't require any technical knowledge. Once she sees which campaigns bring her business the best results, she can automate when emails are sent to potential customers to save her some precious time. Gabrielle already has a website and online store from Flow Business, but she wants to bring new customers to her website. Our digital marketing experts can provide support to improve her website content so it appears higher in Google search results. We'll give her the keywords relevant to her clothing store so customers can find her online quickly. Now that Gabrielle has a well-positioned website supported by a shiny new social media presence and engaging email campaigns, we can help her create online advertisements with even more reach using Google Ads. These advertisements are targeted to reach the right audience, in the right location, and at the right time, driving even more traffic and sales to our website. Gabrielle's clothing store is now more well-known than ever before, without needing to spend money with an expensive marketing agency. Our experts do the marketing for Gabrielle so she can take care of business. Flow Business is by her side every step of the way. If she has any questions or needs help with her eMarketing Pro tools, our business specialists are standing by 24/7, ready to get to work. If you're ready to level up your business and get online with our new smart solutions, Flow Business is here to help. Showcase your business to hundreds of potential new customers with super fast connectivity and eMarketing Pro from Flow Business.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. For those of you who are just joining, I think this is the moment that probably you have all been waiting for, right? The chat has been going crazy. I saw persons from Trinidad. I saw persons from Barbados. I saw persons from Grenada, from St. Kitts and Nevis. Oh my goodness. Not only the Caribbean, but also Florida, from New York. Oh my goodness, like persons from all over the world. But guess what, guys? It is time. It is the moment. And it is my great pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, none other than Grace Spice Hamilton.
Introduction.
Spice, Grace Lataya Hamilton, is a Jamaican singer, songwriter, DJ, philanthropist, and businesswoman. She is one of the most celebrated artists from Jamaica in the last decade. Dubbed as the fashion-forward Queen of Dancehall by Vogue magazine, Spice created history as the first artist alive in her genre to peak 1 million Instagram followers. Spice joins us today to share her story regarding how she's used her talent and passion to further entrepreneurial endeavors.
Yes, that's something like it. Me a boom boom. That's not how we're gonna start today. Good morning, everyone. I was just pulling the leg for Steve Price. Don't worry, I got you covered today. All right, so let me just say good morning. Spice is not going to be here with us today. I am joining you as Grace Hamilton, the entrepreneur and businesswoman, someone that many of you probably have never met. Okay, so with that being said, I just want to take you through my journey so that you can get more familiar how I started, where it started from. I want to introduce Grace Hamilton to you so that you can know everything about, or not everything, most things about my past and how I decided to become an entrepreneur and how it has helped me, you know, to become successful. Looking back in my past, one of the things that stands out to me is my family. I come from a community called Brayton, which is located in Portmore, and I used to live with my mom and dad and my 4 other siblings. Unfortunately, my father died when I was about 9 years old, leaving my mom and my 4 siblings and I in a 2-bedroom board house. My father was an entrepreneur. He used to buy and sell clothing from Azan. My mom also was a businesswoman, and she used to sell fish and festivals on Float Clarence Beach. They also had another side hustle, and we used to sell chicken foot at the house. So I guess that's where I got my entrepreneurial skills, because I used to see my mom and dad hustling. One thing that I remember, and my mom also, we spoke about it and laughed about it the other day. My mom used to sell chicken foot, and the first thing I learned as a child, because I want to state clearly that I was a little businesswoman since I was about 6 years old. I used to buy and sell sweets in order to make up my lunch money because I come from humble beginnings. We were very poor, and I used to buy the sweets and take it to school to sell so that I can make enough lunch money to go to school the next day. So that's a little bit about how I struggled, where I'm coming from. Sometimes I couldn't find enough money to go to school, but I'm always just enough. I just always had it in my thoughts to do business because my mom and dad are in business. Anyway, I want to tell you this story about the chicken foot. My mother used to sell chicken foot, and the first thing I learned in business was about profit and loss. My mom used to go out and she would buy a big bag of chicken foot that weighed about 50 pounds. When she came home, we had to dip the chicken foot in hot water. I don't know if you know how to eat chicken foot and rice up. I don't know the thing. We used to have to dip the chicken foot into hot water, strip it, cut the toes, clean it up in order to sell it to the customers. I used to hear my mom complain about, losing a couple pounds because by the time we dip it and strip it and cut off the toes and clean it up, the 50-pound bag of chicken foot that she buy end up being all 45 pounds. So that's the first time when I learned about profit and loss, all right? So the chicken foot story now, a lady came to my house and she said she wanted a pound of chicken foot. I was about 7 or 8 years old. I told you I started when I was very young. My mother teach me everything and the whole ropes. So I went on the veranda to weigh the 1 pound of chicken foot that this lady come to buy. I turned the scale to the customer as my mom taught me. I'm take me look at Anna, I'm take up the chicken foot and put it on the scale. When I weighed the chicken foot, the lady looked at me and I look at the scale. It went over a pound. So I take off back 1 chicken foot off the scale. I look at it. I take off another chicken foot off the scale. And it weighed a pound. So the lady said, "Little girl, you really take off back the 2 chicken foot?" I said, "It's pound of chicken foot you buy. You never buy pound and quarter." That story really stood out to me. I thought I would get in trouble because the lady left and she was like, "I'm going to tell your mother." She thought I was feisty. However, when my mom came home, I think she was proud of me because I saved her some profit. Long story short, the moral of the story is, in business, every mickle make a muckle, as we would have said in a Jamaican. So your profit is very, very important. So fast forward to being an adult. I want to talk about my first business. I had it when I was about 17 years old. All right. And that was a restaurant in Newland, and it was called Hot and Spicy Restaurant. I later owned so many businesses. I had a bar. I had a salon. I've owned Spicy Couture. Many of you from Jamaica may know Spicy Couture. We had a branch. I had a branch I had a branch in Mall Plaza. I had a branch in Montego Bay. I had a branch in Maypen. I had one in Santa Cruz. So I had a franchise, a boutique. I now own my own record label, which is another story I can tell you about why I became the CEO for my own record label. It's called Spice Official ENT LLC. And I also own real estate, couple properties. And of course, I have 2 online businesses now, actually, Grasse Noir and Faces and Laces. So like I said, I am a super entrepreneur. I'm a businesswoman. And what I want you to know, that not because I'm an artist, I believe in having multiple streams of income. So it's super, super important for you to dabble into business. That is the new lifestyle right now. No matter what you're thinking is trending, what is trending right now is business. Having a business is what should be trending in your life. So let us just jump into today's topic. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about my past and, so that you can know how much this means to me. Before I even go any further, I want to big up Flow Business. This is it's very important within today's society. And I feel like if I had the opportunity to have something like a Flow Business 15 or 20 years ago when I started out dabbling into business, it would have been I would have more businesses. Super great for me. But I never had anything like this to walk me through the steps. So I want to take my time. I know I speak fast some of the times, but I want to make sure that you gain enough knowledge, because this is just super important what Flow is doing. And I just want to commend them. Let's define innovation, because that's the topic we're working with. Innovation is the act of coming up with something new. So like a fresh idea, you have to have your business together, creating something from scratch, basically. So the first thing you want to do when you're starting out your business is you want to make sure you check out the demand and the supply. When we say this is important, it is super important. And these that I'm talking about is things that I never knew about 15 years ago when I started out. So you want to make sure that you check out your demand and your supply. You have to seek out and see if there's a demand for your product. I know many of us who might jump up and we think we have this great idea and we say, all right, listen, I want to sell apple. Maybe nobody don't want to buy apple. Maybe when you go in the market and you ask, you can use it your own voice. You can ask if your neighbors, you can go to them and act like if it's not even your business. You can just say to them, say, listen, you know, a friend of mine wants to sell apple, and hear if they're going to say, nobody don't want an apple for buy. You know, you got to make sure you search the territory, run your surveys, ask your neighbor, research your competitors, see if you have disposable income to supply this demand, and just make sure that the price point is good. And how are you going to separate yourself from your competitors? Because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that there's a demand for your product rather than jump up and say, oh, you're going to sell. Most people out there, they tell you that you need to be comfortable with what you are selling. I want to differ. Sometimes you have to get uncomfortable. And another thing, people tell you, sell what you love and make sure that you are comfortable with it. Sometimes you have to sell all where, you know, it's not something that you like. For example, I'm a pescatarian and I don't eat meat. But if I run a demand and I see that demand is out there for meat and I have a restaurant, I have to go sell meat because that's the demand. So you have to get uncomfortable sometimes. Don't let anybody tell you that, oh, make sure you stick with what you love. It don't work like that. That's why in Jamaica, you go up on the roadside and see a Rasta man and sell jerk pork. Because he probably run demand. I know that everybody pull up and asks, jerky, I can get piece of pork. So you have to sell it. So you got to make sure that there's a demand for your product. Moving on, you want to see if you're able to supply the product. So you find the demand. Now you have to see if you can supply. First, you want to know, all right, what's the cost of your product? Can you supply the product? Can you bring in the quantity? And what is your ROI? Most of you probably, the ROI, it means the return of your investment, okay? So you also want to check out climate conditions. This is something, like I said, I never knew when I was starting out, even like a restaurant business. So climate conditions is something like, okay, you're going to open a restaurant and you decide that, say, okay, you want to sell lobster. Climate conditions may affect your business further down because it's seasonal. Lobster is seasonal. And sometimes even government policies have something where you can't catch no more lobster out of the sea. So what are you going to do? So you want to check and make sure that you're able to supply the product right throughout the year. So you got to do your demand and your supply, and that's the first step when you are starting up a business, okay? You want to also make sure that you are able to supply this product at a cheaper rate. Because remember, you know, everybody in a business right now and everything is competitive. So all of that, this is like the brainstorming process, okay? So all right, after you do the brainstorming process, you check your demand, you check your supply. The next thing you want to do is you want to create a business plan. Make sure you create a business plan. And I call, let me move to my next slide. I call the business plan the map. This is like your map. Without a plan, you don't know where you're going. So you have to have a business plan. And I call it the map because if you're going to start a business, you need to know when you go up the road, if you're going to go left, if you're going to go right, if you want to go straight ahead, where is it that you're going? So you have to have a business plan, and this is a formal written document that contains the goal of the business and the methods for attaining these goals and the time frame for achieving them. So make sure you set your business plan, which includes your mission statement. This is super, super important. So when you have your map, you know, say you have your plan. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to register this business. Most young people, them not like hear about registration, them not like hear about paperwork, who don't like pay tax. But you have to have a legal business. Like, for example, if you want to go into the bank right now and get a business loan, the first thing they want to see the legal documents. I'm going to walk you through the process of registering your business. And I know that we have a lot of people from, you know, different parts of the Caribbean, but I'm not sure the steps because, you know, everywhere is different. So I'm going to specifically do this one from Jamaica since I'm representing for Jamaica, but I'm sure it's basically the same thing. Just depending on where you come from, you might tweak it a little bit. But I want to do this because when I was starting out in Jamaica, like I said, I did it blindly. You know, I had to face the storms alone. So when you're starting up a business, you do your demand, you do your supply, you have your business plan, which is your map. You're now going to move on to register your business. Legal documents. You're registering a business in Jamaica. First, I want you to identify what type of business you want to register. Is it a sole trader? Is it a partnership company? Because, you know, in partnership, and when we say partnership, I told you that Spice is not here today, but she just, in my head, I try to jump out, and she just tell me all kind of things I'm say. You want to make sure when you start your business, you know exactly who you start business with. Remember, say, not everybody you can trust. So do not go into business with someone who you will be up and working. You know, they don't have the same dreams and the same goals. They don't have the same business plan as you. So they want to go somewhere and you want to go to another location. You both have to have the same goals, same vision, the same everything. Partnership, when you're doing that, it's super important that you know who you're going into business with. Because imagine, you're a workaholic, you're doing everything and your partner, they want to eat ice cream. Can't work. So in partnership, Spice, I tell you to sing Friends. Mama used to say, Mama used to tell me, you got to make sure you don't just jump up and say, you know what, me and my friend are going a business. It doesn't work that way. Make sure you do it legal way. And like I said, you have the same visions and the same goals in order to achieve this business. So in partnership, you have a limited liability company and you have unlimited liability company. So make sure you know what it is that you're registering this business for. In a limited liability company, this business is responsible for its debts. So if you have any personal assets or anything like that, this will not be seized because the business is responsible. But unlimited liability company, the owner is responsible for all the loss of the company. So, for example, God forbid, if somebody decided to sue your company, you know where you go. All right. So when you go to the company's office in Jamaica, this is where you're going to do a name search. I'm sure, just like anywhere else, if you come from Barbados, Trinidad, you can't just go create a name and decide you're going to call your business that name if someone else has already registered this name. So you have to go to the company's office to do a name search. In Jamaica, that's located at 1 Grenada Crescent in New Kingston. These are things I wish I had somebody to tell me about. So when you go to company's office, all right, application process is pretty easy. You register your business. They're going to give you a business certificate, which is going to come with your TRN. And normally your business TRN is your personal TRN number with a /1 or 2, depending on if you have multiple businesses. So you get your business TRN, and your business TRN will allow you to get your TCC. And your TCC is your tax compliance certificate. I'm sorry if I'm talking a bit fast. I have so many things that I want to, bring out. But your TCC is your tax compliance certificate, and that will allow you to import your goods or product into the country. When you have a TCC, You can go to the bank, and that's where you can also open your business account. Don't make the same mistake that I made in the past. When I never have a business account and I mix up my money and I use my personal account with my business account, and the money coming in and I'm spending and I'm living lavish, and I feel like, oh yeah, may I make money, and you know, when you must go back and buy goods, you don't know if it's the business money or your money. Never do that. That is one no in business. Make sure you have your business account separate from your personal account, and you must also know that when you have your business, you need to pay yourself. Because what the business make, you got to know the profits, you got to evaluate the expenses. If it's a big business, if you have employees, if you have to pay light bill, if you have to pay rent, if you have to, everything needs to be organized in order to have a successful business. So make sure. All right, let me jump off at that a little bit. Just make sure that you register your business and have everything properly documented. And a lot of you might not want to register the business. Like I said, I want to pay tax. But the benefits of legalizing this will help you in many ways. You can get property acquisition, asset management. You can do your tax return as well. So, you know, you're creating a generational wealth. So you want to be able to do that. Okay, let me move to my next slide. Now that your business is registered, this is my favorite part. Now that your business is registered, you are ready to drive your vehicle. You have your map, so you know where to go. I refer to business as a vehicle. And I'm going to break down to you why I refer to business as a vehicle. Because now, just like your vehicle, you have to take care of this business. You have to also maintain it. So now found out up here on one car, I want to get the car. All right, what you going to do with the car now? Remember when you have a car not just come so. You have to buy gas. You have a lot of expense. You have to maintain the car. You have to service the car. You have to have 4 good tire. All kind of problem. You have to license, insure it. What if something come? It's the same with business. You have to know how to maintain and run a business, because you got to maintain and take care of it. So it's like servicing this big business to make sure that it is in good condition. So when you have your car, you need to start tooting your horn. And this is how you make noise. And I refer to the horn as the marketing. Because remember now, you know, you have the business, you have to make nice so people can know about your business. And this is how you're going to market your business to bring customer in. So making noise, for me, tooting the horn, I call this marketing, because this is a key element of business. You got to market. And a very important aspect of marketing today is digital marketing. So let's look at digital marketing. Digital marketing is super important. My businesses can't survive without digital marketing. Digital marketing is like messaging optimization, ads, videos, display, affiliate, SEO, which is search engine optimization, website, e-commerce. The list is long when it comes down to digital marketing. You have email marketing, you have PPC, you have CPC, social media, which is our best friend. It's just that someone use social media for the wrong things there, but you need to use it and make money. So social media marketing, that's going to take me to my next slide. Let's look at social media marketing, which plays a very important role in digital marketing. And we can use social media to create brand awareness, generate leads and sale, and increase website traffic. I want you to remember that Flow customize your business packages with faster internet services for your business. So I saw the commercial before we enter, and I feel like my business needs to be a part of Flow, because, you know, make sure you take advantage of that, because digital marketing is super important for your business. There's many different platforms to advertise on social media. Want to know them already? There's Pinterest, there's Twitter, there's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, etc. What I want you to realize, okay? Let me drink some water. I hope I'm not talking too fast. I wish this is something that I could actually see you guys or read the messages. I don't know what's going on out there, but I guess they will tell me when I come off. So turn up the messages and let us just have fun and gain this knowledge together. All right, so we're still talking about social media. What I needed to realize when it comes on to social media, you first need to know your target audience. And this is very important. And I feel like it's a mistake that many of us make without even knowing. Statistics shows that social media platform like an Instagram have a younger user base, while maybe like a Pinterest or a Facebook have a more adult, a more mature audience. So when you are promoting your business, you want to make sure that you use the right social media platform. Because for example, let's say you're starting a swimwear line. Because of the statistics that shows that Instagram have a younger audience, obviously you can promote on Instagram, you can boost your posts, you can pay to promote on Instagram or even Facebook, but you wouldn't want to promote maybe on a Pinterest, which has a more mature audience, because me and you know, say the younger people, they're more in the fashion and the swimsuits and the, you know. So make sure you know your target audience so that you are promoting to the right audience. That is super important, and I feel like some of us lose out on that as well. Funny enough, not sure if this is something I should talk about, but you know, Instagram limits our posts. So not everybody on Instagram that is actually following you sees what you post. So you need to get into the SEO, you need to learn about search engine optimization, you need to learn about Google Ads. All of this is important. Pinterest is good to promote your products on. TikTok is also something that is hot and hype right now. So you need to get familiar with all of these new digital marketing platforms, like I said. All right. You have social media lock. You do your demand and your supply. You have your roadmap. Your business is your vehicle. You got to maintain it. You're making noise with the marketing, because remember I said, on your vehicle, your horn, that is your marketing strategy. You got to make noise so people know about your business. You have all of that now. You go on social media, you start to get in customers. The very important part of business, your customer. Without customer, you don't have a business, because you need people to support. That's how you're going to make profit. All right, you get your customer now, but you have to keep your customer. So you have to have exceptional customer service. I can't even begin to stress on this enough. You have to make sure you have exceptional customer service, because remember, a happy customer is a returning customer. Always think about yourself as the customer. Put yourself in your customer's shoes. So me and you and God know, say, if you go into a business and you don't feel welcome, or you feel like the girl like your attitude, or you feel uncomfortable in any sort of way, the first thing we ever say, I want to the girl, I'm not come back in that place, yeah. No. So you just have to think about your customer the same way. Make sure you take care of your customer, because a happy customer is a returning customer. And when you have returning customer, it's a healthy place for scaling, and it is crucial to the long-term growth of your business. So make sure you take care of your customer. Management. Oh, management is super important in business. You want to make sure that when you get the customers, you're able to manage them just like how you service the car. This is your servicing department. A manager is a key element in making sure that your business is fruitful. So you want to choose the right person, whether it's a one person or a management team. You know, you want to make sure that they ensure your company's productivity and efficiency, you know, including implementing the business strategies. Speaking about M, it's going to take me to my next slide, which is the 10M in business. And this is my 10M, okay? And I wish that everyone that's joining me today will make their first 10 million in business. Should I give you 10 months? Because my album is out and it's called 10. So I like the word 10. I wish for you. All right. Remember, go down in a grace now, because grace love prayer now. Remember, I tell us fast not here. I decree and I declare that every single person that is joining us to start their business, that it will be fruitful, that you will make your 10 million. Should we do the goals for 10 months? Or is that too soon? You can achieve your goals as quick as you want. Depends on how smart you work towards them. So I tell you what, I'm going to let you talk and tell me how long it's going to take for you to make your first 10 million in business. And you're going to include that in your business plan. That is my thing to you. So my 10M in business is you have to have a master plan. That's the first one. And after you have the master plan, you want to think about your manufacturing. And after you think about your manufacturing, you have to manifest. And when you manifest the money, you got to be motivated. And you got to be motivated by doing marketing. And when you do your marketing, that brings in margin. And the margin, when you get it, you got to multiply it. And you have to have proper management in order to multiply it. And after you multiply it and all of it is still coming in, you have to maintain. This is my 10M in business. I don't want to take up too much time. I'm sorry, I never put a timer so that I can know how many minutes I've taken up so far. But I'm going to move to my next slide, which is something that we learned since we were a child. It's one of the first things that we learn from we have a basic school. Big up Auntie Lovey, big up St. Catherine High School, big up Edna Manning Community College, all of the place them. But this is where we learn our first things. Them teach you about your senses. Them tell us say your eye, your taste, your ears, your touch, your nose. Of course, I'm creative. These are me coming up with how I look at business and how I want you to think about it. I want you to use your eyes and envision it. Okay? Them say taste, but your tongue in your mouth. So I want you to use your mouth and speak it into existence. Your ears in business, I want you to use your ears and listen to the consumers. That goes back to the demand. Of course, in the touch, I want you to use your hands and market, promote your business. Promote. Instead of depend on the phone and chat people and text and attack people business, I want to spice and the rest of them still together, all of them something there. Market your business, okay? So I want you to use your nose and smell the victory. The 5 senses is our best friend in business. And once you think about it that way, then it will definitely inspire you. Let me tell you something. It's going to move me to my next slide. Remember, I refer to business as your vehicle. When you're on the road and you're driving, I want you to remember there's going to be cars beside you, meaning there's going to be other businesses on the road. It's not just you alone. Your car is your vehicle. There's going to be other cars on the road with you. Okay? There's going to be loud noise on the streets. Sometimes you have to stop at the red light. Police may pull you over. You may end up with a flat tire that may cause eruption. Storms may come. Accidents can happen. But focus on the road. Use your map. Press gas and never look back until you achieve your goals. My closing for today, because I don't know if I run out of time, I just want to leave this with you. And I want to say, business is not an overnight success. Don't be afraid to fail. Remember, losses are lessons. So be strategic and dedicated, because consistency equals success. Always remember, it's not how the race starts, it's how the race ends that really matter. And never forget, my famous quote, Grace Hamilton quote, is remember, money don't have foot. You have the foot, so you have to walk and look for it. So get up and go out there and hunting. The only thing you have to do in business is start. So business is maintained through tenacity, sacrifice, risk thinking, risk taking, smart thinking, and staying innovative. That's what I have to say. It's Grace Hamilton. I can go on and on and on, but I don't want to take up all the time. So I'm going to go back over to Talia, because I know you guys have questions for me, so I don't want, leave one out of it.
Wow. Spice. Hi, or should I say Grace Hamilton?
Oh, yes, remember
Hi,
Spice
Gracie.
the year. If you say Spice again, they're going to start singing. Yes, but don't call out Spice, she's not here.
No, look here. This is how we like it right here. All right? I have to tell you, so this is how we like it because you broke the internet. I should let you know. We had some technical issues for about the first 3 to 5 minutes.
Wow.
And we just had to increase our bandwidth because everybody wanted to see you. They want to hear you.
So what you trying to tell me? So the people, they never see me?
Spice, you mash up the place. You mash up the place. So because so many persons, they were tuning, they were logging on, we had to increase our bandwidth immediately because of how many subscribers we had this morning, because of you and the nuggets that you're dropping. You're dropping some gems, Spice. Okay? So I have to let you know that the place got crazy. The internet got crazy for a little bit. Okay? Well, we fixed it. Thanks to our technicians, we fixed it. And they were able to see you. They were able to hear you.
Let's talk about it. This is flow. We have to fix it immediately.
Yes, of course. Yes. So an amazing presentation, Spice, and I myself have learned so much about you, and I really now understand why you are the mogul you are, right? And I'm sure the audience learned so much from you today as well. Look here, man. You talked about brainstorming. You talked about demand and supply. You talked about your master plan and your roadmap. You talk about registration, and you walked us through it, and we love it. We also talk about knowing how to set it up and just to partner and when to partner with somebody, investment as well, and how important it is to simply have more than one streams of income, especially during this time. Of course, I could go on and on and on about your presentation, but I know we have lots of questions, and I think I'm going to start with my questions, right, Spice? So we're going to start. You went from homeless to owning multiple homes, right? You went from probably seeing a negative balance sometimes in your bank account to seeing millions upon millions, right? And you've had a kind of resilience throughout your life and your career, right? Especially, and I should say not only in music, but in the business world, on the business side of things. How have you overcome some of those key challenges that you have faced, right, in your life and in your career to turn the page and just to continue to break barriers as you go along?
I think remaining focused on my plan is what kind of helped me to just overcome everything. I hear you bring up from homeless to owning houses. That's not something that I spoke about earlier in this segment. I tried to stick on the business side of the chicken foot and stuff like that, but I came home and my house was gone. I was homeless at one point in my life. I lost my house to fire. And like I said, I think staying focused on a plan will help you to overcome your current situation. So yes, I've had zero balance in my bank account before. Yes, I came from absolutely nothing. Yes, I was homeless at one point. But in that given moment, that's not where I wanted to stay. So knowing where I want to go, that's what really motivates me. As long as you know that, listen, I may not have what I want now, but I'm going to get it. And you keep motivated and you keep working towards it. That's what's going to keep you going. And that's why I told you, write your business plan, write down your dreams, write down your goals, and work towards them. Go in your vehicle, drive towards it, set your roadmap, keep focused, and keep going. Because remember when I tell you, if I can do it, anybody can do it. You can do it too. I came from nothing, like I said.
And it's important to make some noise along the way.
Make some noise along the way.
Horn. Yes.
Use up your horn. Yes.
So tell me now, Grace, how did you find the courage? I mean, you have found your why, and it's always important to find your why, to give you that drive and that urge and that strength, that you need to just keep going and to start. But tell me now, how did you manage to overcome a sense of probably hesitancy to venture out beyond of your 20-year career in music to other types of businesses? I see, you're a record label owner, Spice Official Entertainment, your clothing brand, your Faces and Laces, just to name a few. So how did you get that little nudge?
Don't forget to name the real estate.
I never go estate spicy, all right? We're not even have to touch it, right? But how did you manage to get that little, the little nudge to say, let me step beyond this, let me do more, let me be more, let me try something new?
I believe in multiple streams of income. They say if you want to be successful in life, you have to have 7 different streams of income. And the same way how you have different types of bills that's coming to you at all angles, light bill, water bill, this bill, that bill, is the same way you want to have different side streams of income coming to you, so that you are able to have a balanced and happy life. So I like the finer things in life. But like eat good. Me's a eater, baby talk. I like to eat good. I like to dress good. I like to drive. I like to feel happy. It's one life you have to live, but I have to place myself into the position to be able to live in comfort. And the only way that is going to happen is when I have multiple streams of income, because I have multiple bills to pay.
Definitely.
That's the way I can answer, that's the simplest way I can answer dabbling into different types of business.
Different ventures and just different sectors altogether, entertainment, business. We touch on the makeup, we touch on houses and real estate. Yeah, man, a little bit of everything. As I say, a little make a muckle. So at the end of the day, it's more than a muckle, but it makes sense.
But what I want, what I also want to share with our viewers is that you don't have to do everything all at once. You can start from somewhere. Don't be afraid to start small. So don't look at me and say, oh, but Spice have 3 businesses and whatever. I never started with all 3. I started with 1. I failed a little bit. I learned a little mistake. Started another one. That one was right. I grew that company. And then when it was successful, I start, so it's a continuation. Like I said, business is not an overnight success. Don't be afraid to fail. But start, and don't be afraid to start small. And then you grow into something big.
I have to ask you, Grace, not being afraid to start small and not being afraid to fail and learn from it, did that help to impact good decision-making skills as it relates to your business ventures?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm currently at the Miami University right now, and I believe that it's my past that led me there, because I'm in business right now, and right now digital marketing is taking over the world. And so if you're not able to market your business or promote and stuff like that. Like, I already planned my future. I already planned, what I'm going to do when I resign. That's how much I think ahead. So yes, the things that I've failed at in the past, because once upon a time, I never know how to do Google ads. I didn't even know where to start in order to set up a Google ads. But now I believe that knowledge is power. And you want to be able to know how to delegate and all the different elements and aspects or whatever parts of the business. So my past has helped me a lot. Like I said, I have failed in the past, and now I'm ready to grow stronger. So I would definitely say that, yes, my past has a lot to do with, where I'm going right now.
Stronger forever. And, it's so interesting that many persons probably wouldn't even imagine that you'd want to learn something new, especially at this stage in your life. You mentioned university, and I mean, you're probably shocking a lot of persons now to say, hey, I'm actually learning about these things, even though I'm a huge international superstar. I am very successful. Yes, I've failed, I've learned, but I I still manage to want to learn more and do more. You mentioned the digital age now, Gracie. How do you see it fit to shift from traditional, the brick and mortar, to this digital age? And what can businesses really do to make that switch and just rely on these tools to grow? You mentioned the website, the social media, the Google ads as well. That's tell me now, how fit do you see it?
That's pretty easy. I think everybody already know the answer to that. Moving from traditional way to now digital marketing, it's the new lifestyle, it's the new wave, it's the new way of promoting your business and getting your brand out there. Remember, social media wasn't a part of our lives all along. When it came up 2005 or 6, when did Facebook started? Like everything is changing. Society, everything is getting more modernized. You have to change with it. So once upon a time, if you want to advertise, people used to write on placards and probably stand up at the stoplight and with an arrow pointing at maybe the business,
or put it on the light posts,
or put it on the light posts and write. Now all you have to do, it's right at your fingertips, because everybody's into phones right now. Everybody's into social media. So like I said, digital marketing is the new lifestyle. It's the new wave. It's the new way of promoting your business. Without digital marketing right now, within this type of world that we're living in, your business is absolutely nothing.
Okay. I know that you mentioned a lot of your mistakes and pitfalls and things that you've learned from over the years. What advice would you give to our small business owners today that would probably help them to possibly avoid some of those mistakes and pitfalls that you've experienced yourself?
Run your research. Gain as much knowledge as you possibly can. My mistakes and pitfalls was I made some money, I went and opened a business and started selling. Stuff like this, if you're here today, you're at the right place, because now you're gaining knowledge. Now you're able to know about demands and supply and SEO and ROI and PPC and CPC. Now you are feeding your brain, so you will have the knowledge on how to set up your business. Worse, as if Flow business is able to do it for you, like it doesn't get any better than that. So I can say knowledge is power, knowledge is everything. And so I would just suggest to them, get the knowledge so that you know exactly what steps to take in order to make your business a success.
Right. And possibly just a part of getting the knowledge is just never stop learning, never stop being open to learning something new, especially as it relates to your business.
Are you here with me?
Yeah. Yes, I'm still here with you, Grace. I was actually saying that a part of gaining knowledge is that always being open to learning, or still being able to learn something new about your business.
Absolutely, because you're never too old.
Yes.
You're never too old to learn, and it doesn't matter how much you know, you still will always learn something from someone that you probably never know. Like for me right now, I'm battling with TikTok, so I need a TikTok manager because for some reason, every time I try to do a TikTok, my mouth can't move to the people their mouth, and I'm frustrated, and I'm like, I'm never gonna get this TikTok thing. But I realize it's because I'm not as patient. I'm like a fast paced going. So it's like if I can't get it, I want to move on to something else. So now I'm doing TikTok. I'm getting someone to teach me, because I know the importance of TikTok right now, and I don't want to get lost. I don't want to get lost into, the modern wave of society. So it's never too late to learn. And don't be afraid to learn. Knowledge is power. And I would just say, keep on learning and being innovative.
Yeah. Well, Gracie, I think that we're looking forward to seeing you TikToks. I think we're more than looking forward to seeing those.
I try a couple of them, but only the dancing one worked for me. The one where I ever talk like the person now work out.
We're going to give you a few more weeks. Don't worry about it. No, no, Gracie, we know that we're in a pandemic right now, right? A lot of things have changed right around the world. What is your perspective of the major opportunities, especially in the Caribbean during this time?
Say that again.
No, I was saying that as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, the world has changed. A lot of
Definitely.
things yeah, a lot of things changed around us. So what is your perspective about probably some of the major opportunities available right now? I mean, I wouldn't in the Caribbean, but also outside of the Caribbean. But I know that we have a lot of persons, from the Bahamas, from Barbados, from Trinidad, right here in Jamaica. What are some of the opportunities that possibly the pandemic has developed? It has presented itself. What are those opportunities in your perspective?
There's so many opportunities that this pandemic has created, and unfortunately, I don't think most of us are seeing them. I think a lot of us just sit and complain that, there's certain restrictions. We can't get this again to buy, and we can't do this, and we can't. But this is your time now to be innovative and come up with ideas and create your business. Because, for example, it doesn't matter where you are in the Caribbean. If something is restricted, you can start a business from it. You can look into this and say, okay, I went to the supermarket the other day, and unfortunately, I think we are being limited on the amount of cases of water that we need to buy. They were limited on, I think it was napkin because of the COVID pandemic. Napkin was one of them, and certain other things. But this is just me coming up with an idea. So imagine you being in the Caribbean and you go somewhere and realize that, the pandemic is causing a lack of a certain product. This is your chance to start to try to supply this product and see if you can bring in this product and start a business from it. So I feel like a lot of us need to take advantage of the situation right now. People can't go out and shop as often. Start your online business so that they don't have to go out there and buy anything. You can deliver it to them. There's so many businesses that we can come up with that this pandemic is causing us to have, and we just have to work with the new now. And I don't think a lot of people is trying to face that. I think they are
just make the best of it right now.
Make the best of it right now. So there's a lot of things that can come up that the pandemic is creating for us, but we're just not taking advantage of it.
Okay, I totally get you. I have to take a few questions from the audience as well, and possibly the first one is, what's the best approach when engaging an investor?
Okay, all right. So the best approach when engaging an investor is you want to find out their MOQ, which would go back to the supply, because you want to make sure that you're able to provide this cost and bring in the quantity that they're asking for. Because when you're engaging a supplier, they're going to want to know what's your MOQ, how much you can bring in. They probably want to bring 1,000 or 2,000 or 5,000, but can you afford to bring in 5,000? So you want to check out the MOQ. You want to make sure they give you a sample. A sample is very important because you don't want to bring in something that you probably wouldn't want. You got to make sure that the quality is A1. So I always ask for a sample, and I think that's the first thing you should do from your supplier. Make sure they give you a sample and you check the product first.
Okay, Spice, we have to wrap up. We have to close out, but I thank you so much for being here. I think that we could stay and talk to you all morning, but we have to wrap it up right now.
Everybody that joined, big up to everybody. I wish I had more time with them. Big up to Flo. Thank you guys for having me. And all the best. Big up my businesses, Grass and Noir, Faces and Laces, real estate, everything. I love you guys. Be innovative. Start your business. All you have to do is start.
Yes, and I think people know exactly where to find you on Instagram, but tell us, how can we get access to your products and how can we see them or buy them?
Spice Official is my name on all social media platforms, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, Spice Official. The link is always in my bio. And my business is www.grassandnoir.com, which is GRACINOIR.com, and facesandlaces.com.
Okay, all right. And I know we have a lot of small business owners in the chat.
I'm sorry that we had to go because I wanted to give something to two small business owner. But we're rushing for time. I don't want to take up more time, but I mean they can drop some comments in the comment section. I'm trying to give 2 small business owners something on behalf of Flo and I.
Okay.
Even though
All
Flo
right.
is already giving away the 15,000 US.
Okay, so we're gonna arrange that. We're gonna arrange that. All right, Spice. Thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing your top tips with your fellow business owners. I found it so insightful as well, guys. Hearing firsthand of the challenges and opportunities from business owners, and I hope you found it useful as well. Now, next week will be just as exciting, and our friends in the Bahamas will be hosting. Our guest is Natasha Main. So please, if you haven't already registered, be sure to log on to www.flowbusiness.co/event and register, right, for the final in this series. It will be a fantastic culmination of an amazing series and will feature winners of our Innovation Challenge. So we have had over 250 entrepreneurs vying for their place of the $15,000 prize to grow or start their businesses, right? So we shortlisted our top 5. So be sure to join, right, to see who made the cut. It's almost time as well for our expert-led breakout workshops where you will have the opportunity to expand your knowledge in a digital topic. So we're covering everything from digital payments to social media best practices. So be sure to attend one this week, as it's the last week that you will have access to these experts, all right? So they have been here with us for the past 2 weeks, and believe me, we're getting fantastic feedback from customers who joined. So don't miss that great opportunity. But before you go, let's hear about an exciting new product from Flow Business that makes working better for business owners by providing them with their very own business website within 1 week. Take a look at this.
Imagine your business at the click of a button and a powerful online presence without lifting a finger. We'll build your custom website and online store in 7 days or less. We'll even manage the boring stuff, so you can focus on the good stuff, like your new, easy-to-find online menu. And don't forget 24/7 support. Think of us as your trusted partner who wants to see your business take off. We make it simple. Ready to go live?
Wow, wow, wow. What an interesting solution, and one I know small business owners have been waiting on. Your own cost-effective website without needing to be a digital expert. Now we're going to keep things moving, right? We're now switching gears to our expert-led workshops. We have 4 different breakout workshops on offer, and you choose which workshop you'd like to join in just a few minutes. But before we do that, let's see what's on offer.
Take part in our breakout workshops and elevate your hustle. These 4 interactive sessions are each led by a subject matter expert to provide small business owners with the expertise they need to make the most of digital tools and technologies for the benefit of their business. Simply choose the session you'd like to join. Christabel Brown, General Manager, We Shops. Increase sales by accepting digital payments. Cadian Preston, CEO, Carib Shopper. Expand your clientele by selling to the US and Canada. Hannah Swift, Country Manager, Virgin Atlantic. Boost your brand with an impactful website and social media. Kieran Rose, Flow Business Brand Ambassador and Digital Marketing Expert. Improve your leads with cost-effective marketing campaigns. Take your business to the next level.
Okay, now you've seen what's available. Here's how to join. All you have to do is click the breakouts button at the top of your screen, and from there, select which one of the 4 workshops you'd like to join. It's super easy, okay? Just click breakouts at the top of the screen and then select which workshops you'd like to join. And I think I'll see you back here in about 1 hour and 15 minutes. We'll reconvene in this window, the main session, at 12:15 p.m. Jamaica time today. So enjoy. Welcome back, everyone. I trust you learned lots in your workshop, and I'm excited that the small business community is now equipped with skills and expertise to take back to your business and watch it thrive in this digital age. Thank you so much to Kadian, Hannah, Christabel, and Kieran for sharing your expert knowledge. With Hannah, you learned how to get started with your own website and social media. Kieran showed you how to take your first steps in cost-effective marketing tactics, and Christabel took you through the fantastic WePay product so you can start taking payments online. Of course, we can't forget Kadian, and she explained how you can go even further using a marketplace like Carib Shopper to start selling your products to the US and Canada. Now, if you joined the workshop, if you joined one workshop, but you probably wish that you could have been, in two places at once, fear not, don't worry, because you are invited to rejoin us next week to attend another workshop. And I should tell you that in case you probably popped in a little bit late and you missed some of what our keynote speaker shared earlier, you probably missed a few of those nuggets, or probably you couldn't hear, or something happened. Guess what? We will have the recording just for you, all right? Because guess what? We're really keen on every small business owner at InKnowvation, and just for you to get that fabulous experience. And InKnowvation will have that opportunity to expand your expertise in more than one topic. So please do it again for next week's session. Registering at flowbusiness.co/event. Register right now. I have to let you guys know we have some winners. A big congratulations to the winners of the Test Your Knowledge quiz at the end of each workshop. And those winners are Janelle Alexander Reed, Isaac Salmon, Rhonda Williams, and Keisha Rodriguez. Congratulations to you. You've each won a $100 Amazon gift card, and we'll be in touch with you very soon to share this with you. All right, we're gonna contact your details and see how we can get it over to you. Now, before we hear our closing remarks, don't forget, please do not forget to join us next week for our season finale, where our friends in the Bahamas will host, and you will get to see the winners of our Innovation Challenge. We have a panel of experts across the Caribbean who will help us to decide who will walk away with the top prize. You want to see your winners who will walk away with their share of the $15,000 US, right? US dollars we're talking, people. Big money things. So, to wrap things up, we'll be hearing from Rochelle Myers, or Director of B2B for CNW, yes, CNW Business and Flow Business, to close us out.
Hello, everyone. What an amazing innovation session we have had today. We have to say a big thank you to Grace, our Spice, for her candid presentation and the great tips that she shared. Many thanks to our workshop presenters. And finally, but by no means least, we thank you, our customers and entrepreneurs who attended today's webinar. We appreciate your questions, your feedback, and encouragement. So much was shared today. And I know many of you may have follow-up questions, or you may be ready to get started on your journey to using smart solutions and starting your digital marketing strategy. Flow Business is here to help. So feel free to reach out to us at www.flowbusiness.co or give us a call at 1-800-744-0222. We're waiting to help you transform and grow your business. Thanks again for joining, and have a great day.